Hi everyone, I'm recording this video to go over the human factor in AI module project assignment. Right, so the goal for this exercise is to design and explain the user experience of the product we designed, focus on the key AI specific considerations based on input outputs, transparency, communicating uncertainty, and feedback loops. Right. They have also asked to describe the approach we take, ensuring the privacy of user data and any applicable privacy laws. Right. The grading criteria is going to be on task analysis. Are we defining the business problem effectively? How's the user experience? How we are ensuring that we are having good interaction with the actual users, with the feedback loop, and all of that. Privacy considerations. Have we considered all the required privacy considerations, right? And then the last but not the least is the ethical considerations. How do we identify uh, any bias, or how do we mitigate it? Are we focusing on fairness, accountability, and transparency? Now, moving to we have considered the business problem uh, already explained in the managing projects module, right? So here the scenario is we have an existing process in our company where generally opportunities, based on opportunities, the codes and orders are created and then they are moved to the manufacturing life cycle, right? There could be material hold, there could be other things which can impact the committed dates given to the customer, right? There is then delivery and shipment as well, which can delay orders, and all of this impacts the final step, which is invoicing and customer trust. So the whole idea is to focus on being able to predict issues that can finally go ahead and impact missed commit dates and invoicing delays. These could be material, process, manpower, multiple things. Is machine learning applicable? We've built a model to address this problem, and yes, it's applicable. This is one of the high priorities for leadership and sponsors, because there will be a huge return on investment if this is successful. Uh, on the user experience and solution design, while we did the data understanding as well as data preparation, we also made sure that the users are integrated into the understanding of the model right from the beginning. They understand what is needed, what's going into the model um, uh, from the bias perspective, as well as the feedback that we were expecting in terms of at the individual layer or at a demographic group level itself, if there are any improvements that can be done. So this has been done uh, throughout the process from the point where we started working on the data understanding. Data preparation special focus was given to ensure that users understand what the model is trying to do and how it's going to predict it. And there the user inputs are very effective because we work with the SMEs in the industry, and effective feedback loops were set up. So in case during training or evaluation of the model, we saw that the feedback was probably not as good as we expected, then we revisited the modeling phase and then got back to evaluation, and then came the deployment, right? So that was the overall process in terms of how we wanted to set up. Uh, The next step was on the privacy considerations. So because we are dealing with the live data related to customers, orders, codes, as well as involving confidential company information, on product, master data, as well as purchase information, which companies are buying what type of infrastructure, what type of services, and then where are those getting deployed, right? So all of that information would be involved when we are working on orders, delivery, and shipment. Also, legal contracts in terms of services are very, very confidential. So we ensured that none of the uh, actual information or PII information is being used, um, and followed the European Union laws, EU laws, as well as the US laws that are required to be followed to ensure that there is no violation of privacy, uh, whether it's legal, um, uh, individual, or government related, right? So due diligence has been done, that most of the models have been uh, developed based on aggregated information. Most of the PI information has been removed so that any new factors or outliers which might influence this can be probably considered based on the user feedback information rather than getting everything from individual PI information. Right. The next one is on the ethical considerations. Bias is something which is taken very seriously, which can make your model untrustworthy. So to ensure that, like I mentioned before, we involve the users right from the beginning, took them into the feedback loop, and set up a very effective human in loop for quality purposes, so that even before deploying the model, we were able to predict and go ahead, you know, and move those into the improvement areas of the model, right? So any new inputs were very um, carefully validated before they get integrated into the model to avoid bias, as well as make sure that there is high amount of trust and accountability that the model is able to display. So if there are any feedbacks on violation of rules or laws, those were very, very stringently followed and ensured that the model doesn't violate any of the laws. Again, fairness and transparency. Transparency, I have mentioned about it. Fairness is basically ensuring that all individual demographic, group level, uh, whatever different slices and dices of data we could manage to integrate on the training side. We have included that. And with the feedback loop mechanism, we have ensured that we cover all different facets of, here it's type of orders, type of customers, type of geography, and we have a full 360-degree kind of a coverage in terms of fairness for the models. Thank you. That's the overall human factors that we have covered for this particular project assignment. Thank you.